Hi and welcome to this overview review of the 939D and the 937D solder stations. We'll be taking a brief look at each one of these and its basic functions, and just a little demonstration of how each one performs at melting 0.8 solder, and just doing a couple of welds on a basic circuit board. Firstly, you're going to look at the 939D solder station. This comes with a 1.3 meter plug to station lead and a 1 meter station to iron lead, so you've got plenty of flexibility there, which has been my main driver for looking into buying a solder station. That got lots of movability and lots of freedom of movement around the bench without feeling like I'm pulling on the cord, especially when you're dealing just with an iron that's just plugged directly in on its own. The 939D is a 75 watt solder station and comes complete, as you see it, with the stand that weighs in at 269 grams and this tip cleaner. There are no spare tips with it. Has a blue dial display, as you can see it's heating up there. The switch on the side, and as it goes up there now, it's finding its way up to, it says a preset start of 350 degrees, and see it's just coming up to it now, and it will stop any second. There you go. Also, it has 3 settings that can be changed on it. So this one there at 100, 350 and 350. It's just there. And also, obviously, with my hand being in the way, you can go up and down. On the instructions, it says from 200 to 480. So even though it does go below 200 quite considerably, I don't know what use that'll be to anybody if they're just using solder, but you wind it up and it can jump in 10s and come down. It's a 50, so there's average. It moves up a bit there. That's it, there you go. So it comes with what they call, it's the 907K soldering. Some people call it pencil, or the iron itself. Pencil kind of makes sense, especially in a station situation. A nice steel stand. Has the advantage over the 937 being, well, you'll see that some melt marks on it when you put it through. If you catch the side, it will melt it. And so it's got an off switch on the side. Quite solid construction. And so we'll just do a couple of little simple tests on it once we look at the other soldering station, and just do just gives an idea of what the two differences and what the main differences are between the two. So this is the 937D 45 watt solder station. This one comes with just over 800mm lead from plug to station, and from the station to the iron or pencil itself is 1 meter. It's a 907A iron pencil on this. The stand is of plastic construction, weighing 144 grams compared to the 939D's 269 grams. This one does come with the additional 5 tips and the water sponge as well. Similar case to the 939, but the switch on the side. There are no presets to this, so this was set last time at 350 degrees, and it should start heating up. There you go, so it's heating up, and so it should now heat itself up to 350 degrees. Once it gets there, I'll just show the dial a little bit. So here it goes at 250. Moving up, and it's nearly there. And so once it gets to its correct temperature, the heating light will go out. There you go, like that. And the dial on this, just get my hands and my fingers out of the way so you see on camera, is they go down incrementally individually. It doesn't jump in 10s like the 939 can do, but it just goes up singly. So you got, it's quite delicate control on this. This is another 200 to 480 degree soldering iron. This one does bottom out at 200 there and go all the way up to 480, and then you can just move it to how you want to suit. So at 350 there, 349, 48. So yeah, it's a delicate control. What I'll do next is, well, leave this one plugged in. I'm going to get some solder out, and we'll just see how it melts on the tip of the temperature and how easy it melts onto it. And then I've got a little circuit board that we just do a couple of test welds on, just so it gives a very basic overview of the performance of this. And yeah, I'll just move on now and get some stuff out. So with the iron set at 300 degrees, we just run up to some solder. So it's a 0.8 solder there. So I just have a closer look at that one. There you go, that's what that is. And put it onto there. It seems to catch on there okay. So if I just bring in this small little circuit there, so just get it onto it and see what happens. Okay, it's a bit. It's like you stare at 300. See, it's a bit of a mess there at 300. So let's wind this up to 350. See what help that gives. It's being slow to, not on, it's there. It's not as instantaneous as you'd hope it would be. Okay, so this is the first time I've actually used it doing that. Let's put a little bit more, let's get up to 375. See what difference that makes. Light on it there like that. Let's get it over a bit there. And now we're at 375, see if that helps at all. Get in for the speed. There you go. That's much quicker. And there you go. It's two much better welds at 375. So again, I'm very much the amateur here. This is just for hopefully one amateur user to another. I'm in no way saying I'm a professional at this, but I just want to give a practical real world demonstration of someone trying to upskill themselves basically. And so that's just a sort of a brief demonstration of the 937D. And now I'm going to move on to 939D and see how that performs. So now using the 939D, the little practical demonstration on this circuit board here. Temperature is currently set 350 degrees. So it's a 75 watt soldering iron. So I'm just going to zoom in a bit there to the board. Let's give it a little bit better. Let me see how well it performs. So we just do a couple of joints. A bit slow on its heat transfer. Oh, there you go. Oh. One there. Seems to be a bit sluggish, so I'm going to increase the heat up to, oh, wrong way, say 375. Oh, all right, 380 or 379. Just close back in a bit there, see if it does it any better, quicker. Let's see how much easier it makes this. It's got a bit more roof behind it. There you go, now it gets going. So hopefully you can see there. So it's done there. And say the 4 on the these ones here. Done with the 939, the 937. I'm no professional solderer, I'm very much a barely enthusiastic hobbyist. It's just trying to teach my 12-year-old son different things. This is why I was trying to look at a better soldering solution, moving up to a soldering station. And I just thought, just hopefully giving some more basic details on the two irons. Just for those who, like me, are a casual user but just want to go for something a bit more upmarket in a very basic soldering iron. I hope this gives you some insight into the two soldering stations. Thanks now.